All right, check it out. I want to show you something. So I made I'm gonna call it a machine, a polygon machine, and it makes polygons. And you put in how many sides the polygon should have and how big each side should be, and it makes it for you. So just have to press the space bar, and look at that. I made a four-sided polygon, and I made a four-sided polygon that's bigger, another one that's bigger, and another one that's bigger. That's cool. And I'm gonna make a three-sided polygon and a six-sided polygon and a 13-sided polygon. That didn't quite work because it hit the outside. But let's try it again. Look at that. Now your challenge is to make the same thing. Okay, so can you make a multi-sided polygon machine? And to do it, you're going to have to use variables. I will show you how. Well, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you some hints. Okay, so here it is. And here's my code. Well, here's some of the code. I changed it so I wouldn't give it all away. But basically, if I wanted to make a square, I know that that's four sides, so I'm going to move four times. So go 100 steps and turn 90 degrees. And when I press spacebar, that's what happens. And if I want to make it smaller or bigger, I would change this. But there's an easier way, or there's just another way, and that is to create variables. So over here on the variables tab, I can make a variable, and I will. So I've already made two new variables. You start with my variable. I made side length and number of sides. And to do that, I clicked on here, I typed in side length for all sprites, hit OK. And I did it again, side length, or I'm sorry, make a variable, number of sides, all sprites, OK. And now what I can do is now I can drag this in and leave it in spaces. But I don't know what number of my sides is. So I click on here, and now, number of sides is 13. Well, if I want to make if I'm turning 90 degrees, and that should just be 4. And I can try it out now. Spacebar, and there it is. And if I want side length, that's how many steps I want to take. And now, the only issue is that my side length maxes out at 100, and I maybe want to make it a little bigger. So I'm going to go in this operators, and I'm going to say times. So this is a times operator. And I'm going to take my side length and multiply it by 2. And now I should be able to, get bigger. Let's see, it might be too big, but oh, so now I'm taking steps that are 200, even though my side length is just at 100. That's what I'm going to do. So this is kind of cool. Let's make a 3-sided or 2-sided. What happens there? Because I'm repeated twice, and I took 200 steps forward, turned right 90 degrees, and did that twice. Okay. Well, I can't really make a 2-sided polygon. That doesn't exist, but I can make a 3-sided polygon. Hopefully that's a triangle. So let's see. But again, I need to adjust my degrees. So I'll give you a hint. I'll tell you what it is for a triangle. If I want to make an equilateral triangle, that's where they're all the same size. That's going to be 120 degrees. Aha, got it. Very cool. But in my demo, what you saw me do is I made it so that I don't have to figure this out every time. I mean, that's the whole point of a variable, is I want the computer to do the thinking, not me. So here's my hint. The way I figured it out involves an operator group, a division one. So I'm going to divide by the number of sides. And if you can figure out what number to start with, you will be good to go. Okay. But once you have that, think about some other cool things we can do. And here's an idea of maybe I want to make, so I got what I think I'm doing right now is, let's put a repeat here. Let's call it, I don't know, 15. And I'm going to, what are we making? Triangles. So that was 120 degrees. And look what happens. Almost. We're a little too big because I hit the edge. So maybe I'll shorten up my side length, try again. So that's cool. But turns out that 15 wasn't enough. Let me try 30. Oh wait, I'm gonna stop it and restart. Here we go. Repeat 30 times. Almost got it all the way around. Not quite. My hint is that since there are 360 degrees in a circle, and I'm turning 10 degrees each time, if I repeat 36 times, it should work out. And now I'm gonna change something so that I'm gonna also say, every time I do this, I'm also gonna make it bigger. Not change the number of sides, I'm gonna change my side length by 5, but let's start a little smaller then. So I'll start at like 20 and see what happens. That got big real quick. And so maybe I'll bring it down to 2. Maybe it's because we're multiplying, and I'll change it by 1. Let's see if that helps. Oh, there we go. That's kind of cool. Maybe I got it at the beginning. I'm going to say start, set side length to 10. And I want to say, let's get bigger by 2, see what happens. Cool. Maybe now I will make it a 4-sided. 4. And that's 90 degrees. Very cool. All right, so this is all extra, right? What we're trying to do is just get this part and figuring out what to put in here so that when we hit spacebar, we can make triangles, squares, hexagons, pentagons, octagons, all those gons without having to refigure out how many degrees to turn. All right.